For a couple of minutes more and then we'll start, sir.
Okay. Okay then. Okay
All
then.
right.
Okay.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to day 4 of the 5-day international workshop on research methodology in social sciences. For session 7, let me introduce to you all our resource person. Dr. Shashikant Tarai has been teaching at the Department of Humanities and Social Sciences, National Institute of Technology, NIT, Raipur, Chhattisgarh, India, since 2015. He completed his PhD in linguistics from IIT Madras, and later he was a DST CSI postdoctoral fellow at Center for Behavioral and Cognitive Sciences, University of Allahabad. His research interests lie in linguistics, sociolinguistics, phonology in generative and optimality theories, articulatory and acoustics phonetics, psycholinguistics, neurocognitive science of language, emotion, and attention. He has received numerous grants, including JRF, that is Junior Research Fellowship, SRF Senior Research Fellowship, postdoctoral grant, and international travel grants, to name a few. He has published 6 papers in national and international journals and 3 paper presentations with published abstracts. With such a vast experience, I now request Sir to start with our session number 7, how to choose appropriate statistics in psychology, learning to select and apply suitable statistical tests for psychological research. Sir, please.
Thank you so much, madam. Hope I am audible. Good morning to all of you. And
Yes, sir, you're audible.
yes, thank you so much, Mahindra sir and Pramila madam, okay, inviting me and giving this opportunity to speak on statistics for research that we used to do upon in the domain of psychology. I'm not the person to speak on statistics because I have not done any course on statistics, but I have only the practical knowledge and practical what we call applied statistics knowledge when we apply it in a context to understand the mind and behaviors. Okay, so that is what exactly precisely we call it psychological phenomena, establishing relations between mind and behaviors. Okay, so what exactly I have to speak today is what are the different types of statistics that are available for applying in the domain of psychology. Okay, and we know that there is a behavioral psychology, there is also social psychology, and there is also cognitive psychology. And psychology is expanding day by day because the reason is that most of the problems that we are going to provide solution in the domain of social science lies under the what we call carpet of psychology. So that is why the domain is expanding day by day. Psychology is in relation to language, psychology in relation to behavior, psychology is in relation to also what we call society, social psychology. There are so many branches of psychology. And more or less, we used to apply statistics to understand the set of data, okay, set of data that provides inferences or observations or based on statistical tool or methods we used to observe the psychological phenomena. So that is why we go for descriptive statistics. We go for also inferential statistics. So there are 2 ways we can look at statistics from the point of view of psychology. Okay, with this small introduction about psychology and psychological statistics. Okay, and we need to start on a very specific topic that I have selected. I will share now, then we'll go for it. Just 1 minute. Okay. Okay, so is it visible? My
Yes, sir, it's visible.
It's visible. Okay. So I am not the person to speak on statistics, but I have only practical experience, the way I used to apply statistics while understanding no, what we call the way we think and the way we behave. And the very fundamental questions that comes to us, how the people think, the way they think first. We need to observe the thinking process. I need to quantify the way you think and why you think. Okay. And the second one, how do they behave? Okay. How do the people behave the way they used to behave? Okay. We should also quantify the behaviors. Okay. You need to reduce the normative, what we call statement, a normative statement about thinking and normative statement about behaving or behaviors to numerical data. Okay, so that is
Excuse
what
me, sir.
exactly. Yes. Hello.
Sir, could you put the PPT on slideshow mode?
Oh, that's just one. Is it fine?
It is visible, sir. Thank
Okay,
you.
so fine. So that is what exactly statistics is about. Summarizing the set of data that a researcher has collected. And this is called what we call descriptive statistics. We collect it and we just give the descriptive, what we call orientation, a descriptive statement about the data. We are not going to explain it. Why? We are not going to establish correlations between data set or correlation between two different variables. When we are going to establish correlations, then we go for inferential statistics. Otherwise, we'll confine to us what exactly we call descriptive statistics. We just describe it. What is it? Okay. What is the average value? Okay. And we just describe it. We are not going to explain it, why it is so, why it is so. And we are not going to establish correlations. That is what exactly the statistics one, that is very preliminary. And we used to also use it in the domain of psychology to understand two questions. How do we think and why do we think the way we think? And how do we behave the way we used to behave? We used to explain only behavior and thinking. Okay. And as I have mentioned, and we have respective statistics. Okay. If you are going to have a set of a data set, so you are going to identify, okay, what exactly the average, what exactly the mean, what exactly the upper range, what is the lower range of the data. We just describe it. So that is the question comes. How many people have a black hair in this room? How many people play musical instrument? We are just going to give the numbers in terms of what exactly the quantity. So descriptive statistics deals with summarizing the set of a data set and providing the reason for using descriptive statistics is to organize quantitative information into something that is meaningful. So that is what exactly we quantify. Even there is a normative statement, we need to quantify. For example, if you take happiness, how you are going to quantify happiness? It is very qualitative and you need to quantify it in terms of numbers. So descriptive statistics are the measures of a central tendency and it provides the trend, the data trend. That means the mean, median, and mode. And the measures of variability, that is what we call range, variance, and standard deviations. Very simple. We used to go for looking at central tendency of the data set that we have collected. Okay, either in the form of questionnaire when we are going for survey, or we are collecting through experimental mode or designing experiment and collecting the response accuracy or response time. Okay, so there we used to also identify the mean, median, and mode. For example, all of you, we know it, how you are calculating the mean. if you are going to give, how you find out the mean of coffee consumption per day. Okay, first day, second day, third day, fourth day, and we have fifth day. And consumption increased as the day increased. Or is there any relation between the consumption and the day that we are going to take the coffee? So we need to find out the mean values. And we used to calculate the sum, the scores. That is what exactly we found is total 15. And then we divide it by the number of days. So 15 by 5 equal to 3. So mean or average is 3 cups per day. So that is what exactly we used to describe the average value per day that we consume the coffee. So that is what it means when you go to establish the descriptive statistics in terms of average. And that is what exactly we used to also make a grand average. When you take average of the average, then we used to go for grand average. So that we'll talk about. So median is at the midpoint of a frequency distribution such that there is an equal probability of falling above or below it. For example, you have 5 here, the 5 data sets, and 3 is the median because it is odd numbers. So whenever there is odd number, we take the middle position as the median value. So that is why it is 3. If it is even numbers, then we go for looking at, okay, the 2 values, that is here in this case is 4 and 6. 2 values, that is the middle positions. We take the average of the middle positions numbers, then we go it finding the median values. That is what exactly 4 plus 6 equal to 10 and 10 by 2 equal to 5. So this is the way we used to calculate the median values. And similar way, we used to also identify the outliers in the data. That is very important when you are going to tabulate the data and we are going to what exactly to find out the odd man out. Okay, so if you go by looking at the ascending order of this data, employee 1, employee 2, employee 3, and quickly we can identify the employee 4, okay, has that particular score which is out. So that means it is the outlier. It is just like odd man out. We need to strike out or we need to exclude that data while going to have the mean values. Why? The reason behind is that deviation will be higher with respect to the mean. So therefore, we used to go for identifying the not only mean and median, also we used to identify the mode. The mode is the score that appear most frequently in a set of numbers. So most frequent instances or data set is what we call mode of the particular data set. There may be no mode if no value appears more than any other. There may also be 2 modes. That is what we call bimodal or even trimodal or even multimodals. If more than data set, one data set or individual data set occurs more than 3 times, 2 times. If it is 2 times, it is what we call bimodal. If it is 3 times, it is called trimodal. So we used to go for identifying the modes. It establishes what exactly the homogeneity that is within the data. So that is why we used to go for establishing the mode. Sometimes there is more than one mode. In this case, all of you can identify that 4 is the mode and 7 is the mode. That is why the distribution is bimodal. So this is the what exactly we used to go for identifying the modes. So when you collect data, whether it is a survey data, whether it is a experimental data, we should also identify not only the mean or median, we should also identify how many times that particular number or set of data occurs in that particular group. So that means the frequency is higher. That means that is the mode of the data. So that establishes the homogeneity, and there will be less deviation in terms of a mean. So that is why in this particular slide, all of you can see what exactly the number of students and percentage on test. So one student is 20% and two students is 30%. In this case, if you go to identify the mean, one student is 20 and two students 30 and three students 60. And again, you have four students 70. And then we have also three students and 92 students and one is 100. So total percentage is, or total sum of the mean is 1130. So divided by 17, so we got the mean. We got the mean. So that is what it means when you are going to identify the mean value. And similarly, we go for median or middle value, and we go for the mode values. And this is what exactly we call descriptive statistics, that establish the relationship between data within a data set. And most important things in descriptive statistics to establish the mean. So this helps us to make the graphical representation that what we call normal distribution is a function that represents the distribution of many random variables as a symmetrical bell-shaped graph. Many times we used to have a tendency to put our data in three modes. One is the mean, then you have media, then we have mode. So that is what we call central tendency, that is distributed on the basis of mean, median, and mode. And this is what exactly we call normal distributions. This is called the bell-shaped graph, bell-shaped graph curve. And always we used to go for looking at positively skewed means, that is a distribution of scores that includes an extreme scores, which give the graph a long tail, and to the right, long tail to the right. That is what we call mean. And this is the distribution of a data in a particular shape, that is called normal distributions. And we have also negatively skewed distribution that contains more high scores than low scores, but a few really low scores result in the graph having long tail to the left. Either you have long tail to the left or you can have long tail to the right. So that is what exactly we used to have normal distributions in terms of descriptive statistics. When we are going to use these statistical inferences, the descriptive statistics, when you are going to collect the data and tabulate, you are going to identify and describe the data set in terms of average or mean, or in terms of median and mode. So we are going to also define the range, that is upper bound and lower bound, the upper scale or lower scale. So now I am going to show how we used to apply this particular descriptive statistical framework to observe what exactly the mean and what does it tell us. And we'll go to, I hope all of you know SPSS, and I will now open it. And this is the data set. Is it visible to all of you?
Visible, sir.
Okay, so we have conducted this particular graph, the data experiment and collected the data. And we have here collected data in the domain of politics, okay, And we are looking at when we give the flanker task. All of you know the flanker task. And when flanker paradigm, that is the middle one is the target, and left, right, what exactly to the middle is either matched with the target or it can mismatch to the target. Okay, for example, if you keep a BJP symbol at the center and you keep Congress symbol like the palm, two sides, that means center is not matching with the left or right side of the symbol. That is what we call mismatch condition. That is what we call incongruent. That is mismatch. Okay, and we have conducted this experiment to identify how do we perceive when there is a mismatch and how do we perceive the symbol when there is a match. So we have two things. One is BJP congruent, okay, and we have also BJP incongruent. Okay, that means BJP symbol can match with BJP symbol and BJP symbol can mismatch with Congress symbols. So that is what exactly we have conducted this experiment, and we have collected the response accuracy. That's what we call RA. Okay, response accuracy. And all of you can see these are the response accuracy. And there are so many participants and subjects have given 100% accuracy. That means they have correctly identified, the what exactly the congruent match condition and mismatch conditions. All of you can also look at the task. Task is to identify, okay, and response the target symbol, with the target symbol is Congress symbol or BJP symbol. The task is very clear to us. You have binary choice. What is the choice? Choice is you have to attend only the BJP and Congress when they are in the target positions. So you will find out there are four conditions. One is 2 into 2. That is 2 symbol, BJP and Congress. And we have also match and mismatch. That is what we call 2 into 2 ANOVA, analysis of variance. Okay, we have 2 into 2. So if I will go into 2 into 2, then I am going to delete all this because we have 2 into 2 conditions. I have to delete this. Okay. 2 into 2. That means we got the 4 data set. 2 into 2. So in terms of for descriptive statistics, we go here and we go for descriptive statistics. Then we go for selecting this one. Then we have to okay, just 1 minute. Yes, we have here. Okay, we have 4 conditions. BJP congruent, BJP incongruent, INC Indian National Congress congruent, and Indian National Congress incongruent. We want to see the mean and we need to see the range. Okay, I select this one, I go to the option, and there is also standard deviation, variance, range, and minimum and maximum. What is the dependent variable here? Dependent variable is the response accuracy. Okay, and independent variable is the BJP and INC and congruent and incongruent. What we call 2 into 2 ANOVA. Okay, I'm here just demonstrating the descriptive statistics. We have standard deviation, we have variance, we have range, we have minimum, we have maximum, we have also standard mean. Okay, so now we can continue it and to see the output. Okay, so all of you can see the descriptive statistics where we find total number of subject is 21, and we have range, and we have minimum, we have maximum. Okay, BJP minimum, the accuracy is 82 and maximum is 100. In all cases, we have maximum 100% accuracy. And we have also minimum where we have 82 and 86. Anyone can understand that participants are very accurate while judging the what we call accurate while judging 100% both cases, both INC and BJP. And if you go to minimum accuracy, you will find out 82% perceived when they are perceiving BJP symbol and 86% when they are perceiving INC symbols. So that is what exactly we describe it. We can't explain it why. And what is the correlation between congruent and incongruent? We can't establish. So that is why we go for inferential statistics to establish correlation between BJP, INC, congruent, and incongruent. That is what we call correlational statistics. Now we got it. What is the mean accuracy of BJP congruent? It's 97%. Okay, 97%. BJP incongruent, 96%. So which one is higher? Higher is the congruent one. When they are matching, the accuracy is higher. When there is a mismatching, accuracy is low. That is obvious things that we used to observe from behaviors. When things are matching, we give higher accuracy. When things are not matching, we give lower accuracy. The reason behind is that we also use our what we call psychological resource. Okay, the resource of mind. The resource of mind, okay, requires more when you are perceiving the mismatch condition. That is also we'll go to look at our response time. Okay, so in this case, accuracy is low when conditions are mismatched. Okay, and we also look at INC. The mean value is, what is happening? Mean value is 95 when it is matching. In mismatching condition, the accuracy is higher. So the reverse result we are getting in case of INC, okay, all of you can see the reverse result we are getting. 97 BJP match and 97 INC mismatch. Just we are getting reverse. Okay, so we need to establish the correlations and explain it why. So this is what we call descriptive statistics that help us to describe the data in terms of mean and average. Okay, is it understandable? Hello? Any question?
No,
Any
there's
doubt?
a question in the chat box.
Okay.
So
Ah,
do you mean
just-
explain accuracy in descriptive statistics?
Just 1 minute. We want to check also. Okay. So, sir, do we explain accuracy in descriptive statistics? Yes, we always describe it, and later when we are going to explain it, we go outside the data to invite explanations. Explanation never is within that particular what we call data. Why it is happening? We go outside the data. But what is happening? That is data about it. But why it is happening? We are just cooking our story. We are just giving one kind of explanation relating to this, why it is happening. So that is why cultural psychology plays a very crucial role when you are going to explain the things. Okay, but in this case, there is no correlation. Only it is individual mean values that we are presenting and describing, and also explaining while going outside the domain of the data. Data doesn't explain it. We explain what exactly it means to us. We cook the story. Same data can have different story. That is explanation. Explanation can be varied. Okay? So that is why data is always numerical values that represent in terms of high and low. But why it is high? Why it is low? We need to go outside the data. So that is why cultural psychology plays very crucial role to explain the things. Many times we go back to our culture, we go back to our experience, we go back to our what we call society to explain the phenomenon. Okay? Any other question?
No further questions, sir.
Is it understandable or anything I have to do?
Yes, sir. Please continue. It's fine.
Okay, so that is what it means when you are going to have descriptive statistics to understand and describe the data. Just one minute. So okay, so this is what exactly you have descriptive. Okay. So this is what exactly the minimum values and maximum values, and we have also mean and we have also standard deviations. If all of you know how to operate SPSS, it is easy for all of you to get these values, which I often used to do when I used to explain the political behavior in this context. We can also go to look at social behaviors in the same way. Okay, and there is also another examples that I am going to give today is a okay, this is okay, so this is what exactly about the descriptive statistics. Then we will also look at okay. Okay, so that is what exactly we have talked about when you are going to have range, that is maximum, that is minimum, and we to also find out the variance and standard deviation. And the range is the difference between the highest and the lowest score in a distribution that we have looked at. If the highest score is a 75 and the lowest score is a 25, then what is the range that we know, that is 50. And if the highest score is a 10 and the lowest score is 1, and we know the range is 9. So variance is the dispersion from the mean. In a wide variety of cases, we are trying to measure dispersion from the mean due to multitude of chance of effects. In other words, the variance measures how much things differ from the average, and each individual data can differ with respect to the mean. That is what exactly we used to find out the variance. So it helps us to also find out the what exactly the variance is about. So this is the equations that all of you know it. N-1 is what exactly the total number of a subject minus 1. That is sometimes we go for looking at the degree of freedom. And we also know it that in this case, we have what exactly we used to find out that this is the total data set. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and we should also go for total is the 5 set, and we have 5 minus 1, that is the degree of freedoms. And this is what exactly we have a sum, that is the 10, and 10 by 5 minus 1, and we got 10 by 4, and variance is what we call 2.5. So that is what exactly we used to go for identifying the variance, and that is the individual data that differ with respect to the mean. And why it is important? It is important to identify the each data set or individual data set or individual data within a set and its behavior with respect to the mean. Okay, that is what exactly it tells. The standard deviation, all of you know, is a statistics that tells us how you are going to look at cluster data around the mean. And when examples are tightly bunched together and shape of the curve is steep, the standard deviation is small. When the examples are spread out and the curve is flat, then the standard deviation is large. So try to look at the homogeneity and heterogeneity within the data by looking at the standard deviation. Many times we have to also look at standard deviation to say that data is very flat and there is no control over the data by the researchers. That is why there is a standard deviation is high. When the standard deviation is high, always we have a problem to make the hypothesis correct, because the standard deviation is always pulling our hypothesis out. So that is the what exactly standard deviation suggests when you are going to have standard deviation or standard variations. Okay, and this help us also to give us the allocating the fund. That is the example. Imagine your work for the government in the Department of Education. Your job is to allocate the fund in the school that need more teaching resources. If you have narrowed your choices to 2 schools, ABC school and a DFA school, and you need to have what exactly the grade point, okay, grade point average 70%, and grade point average you need to find out in 2 different schools. Okay, one is the standard deviation will be 4, another standard deviation is 28, and how you are going to give fund to these 2 schools when you are allocating the funds. So higher the standard deviation, there is the less chance of giving your what exactly the fund. That is what exactly you can go for establishing hypothesis. I am going to allocate the fund if standard deviation is less, or I will allocate the fund to the school if standard deviation is high. So it depends on what exactly the hypothesis is about allocating the fund to the school. So that is what exactly you can see the standard deviation is high when the Bell set distribution is large. That means the standard deviation is high. If standard deviation is low, it comes just like this shape. So that is what exactly homogeneity within the data. So this helps us to go for normal distributions that all of you know, 3 standard deviation, 2 standard deviation, and 1 standard deviation, and in the mean, and how much from the mean the data is differ, each individual data is differ, and what is the percentage of the data that differs from the mean. That provides us to go for looking at normal distribution within a data set. Always, and this kind of statistics help us to go for establishing inferences within the data set. And I'm not going to speak about the Z-score that all of you can read, but all of you know what exactly we calculate in terms of hypothesis or testing the hypothesis in terms of p-values, where the alpha is 0.05, less than 0.05 is the significant that we used to extract from our statistical computation or statistical methods. Okay, so when you prove your hypothesis, always we look at p-values less than 0.05. So that is what exactly the statistical significance or inferences that we used to draw from hypothesis. Or based on statistical inferences, we used to also test our hypothesis. That is what we call inferential statistics. Now I will go to show what exactly the way we used to prove our hypothesis from the population. And we have taken sample from the population, and hypothesis is if you wear nice cloth, you will be popular. That is the hypothesis. So data from the study, that is the experimental group for sample who are wearing nice cloth, and there will be control group who are not wearing the nice cloth. Okay, so that is why we have two groups. One is control group, and we have also experimental groups. We are going to compare how these two groups are related to their clothing and what exactly the observing the notion of nice. Can you now say of the population, not just our sample, that wearing nice cloth make you more popular? So that is what exactly the observation and statement are huge inferential statistics to test the hypothesis to determine if our sample data can be generated from the populations. So that is what exactly we used to test, and we used to extract the data. So there are two sets of data. We have control group data, those who don't wear nice cloth, and those who wear nice cloth. Two set of data, and two set of data, how these two set of data are related to our perception about, okay, nice. Okay, those who, and popular, nice clothing and popular. That means there is a correlation between nice clothing and popularity. So same way, we can do also research on, if you speak particular words, okay, people may accept us. Okay, people may accept us. So using the prosocial words, the language can enhance our popularity. So we are going to judge the people based on what we call language. The personality can be determined based on language. So that is what exactly the experiment has been conducted. The experiment has been conducted. So that is a set of words. We call it prosocial words. And there are a set of words that are what we call unsocial words. When using prosocial words, people may accept us. Or politicians can use prosocial words so that they can win the election because of their popularity. So that is why we have two words, two independent variables. One is prosociality, another one is unsociality. Unsocial words, prosocial words, and unsocial words. And we have also popularity in terms of winning the elections. Popular or less popular, unpopular. So 2 into 2. If you make 2 into 2 ANOVA, you will find out how this prosociality is correlated to popularity or winning the election or losing the election. Or that happens in case of Trump and Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton used words, okay, like a can. Okay, I can do it. But Trump used the words, I will do it. So what is the relation between can and will that can determine their personality in terms of winning the election? So that is why the research suggests that those politicians use will, they have a higher chance of winning the election. So that is correlation. That is what we call inferential statistics. So we used to measure the number of words used by set of politicians and their chance of winning the elections or losing the elections, either way. So that is what exactly we used to test when you go for inferential statistics. Okay, so I will also show that one and demonstrate the way we used to make the what we call inferential statistics while establishing the variance. What exactly the correlation between more than two independent variables. Okay. Okay, so one data set. Okay, so we have here. Okay, so we have done this experiment, the behavioral experiment. We have one variable that is energy, and sorry, environment, and we have another variable we have called energy and environment. Okay, we have ENB, that is an environment, and ENG, that is energy. Okay, two variables first. Okay, then we have also positive emotion and we have also negative emotions. Okay, and we have also M for male and F for female. Okay, 2 into 2 into 2. So these are 8 what we call independent variables. So what exactly hypothesis we have drawn or we have tested is that what is the correlation between environment and positive emotion, or energy, positive emotion, environment, negative emotion, and energy, negative emotions. And how this correlation, okay, is distributed over male and female participants. Okay, so general perception is that females are more environmental conscious than energy conscious. So we have just taken this hypothesis. Okay, we want to test, and we have collected the data, and we have collected data in terms of response accuracy and response time. Okay, all of you know there is a very good book available, Daniel Kahneman's. Okay, the slow and fast thinking. Okay, that is the best book where all of you can find. Okay, the what exactly the way we used to take decision about anything. How does it work? What how does the emotion interfere when you are going to make decisions? Okay, in this case also we look at positive and negative emotional association with energy and environment in relation to male and female. So that is what exactly we have. 2 into 2 into 2. Okay, we analyze the variance. Okay, and we have total 8 data set. All of you can see total 8 data set. I'm going to compute by using SPSS, and this is what exactly we are going to look at compare means, we are going to compare the means by using the what we call paired sample. Sorry, yes, we are going to look at the general linear model, and we are going to have a repeated measure anomaly. Okay, and we have here condition. We are going to apply the condition. And what are the conditions we have? We have ENG, energy, and we have ENV, environment. Okay, we have two first. Then we go for looking at again the emotions, positive emotion and negative emotions. We have two variables, 2 into 2. Then we have also male, sorry, gender, we have male, okay, and we have female. And we have 2 into 2 into 2. Okay, now I am going to establish correlations and we will draw the inferences from the correlations. And we have now going to look at the model. Then we have selected it correctly and we are going to look at the contrast and we also go for means. Okay, we are going to look at repeated measure, estimated, marginal means, and we selected compare mean effects and also compare the interaction effect between conditions, how they are interacting with each other. We don't know the association between energy, environment, positive, negative emotion. We don't know what kind of association is there between energy and environment with respect to male and female. So that is why we are going to compare the repeated measure means, okay, by establishing the association between these 8 variables, okay, and we are going to continue and we will find out the results. And this is the output file. All of you used to do it, okay, and even we can go for a little bit to look at the significant value that we have discussed about. Only we are getting the interaction effect between male and female, that is 0.001, which is significant. Okay, and when the significant value is 0.4, that is not significant because p value should be less than 0.05. So that is what exactly the value that we used to get it. And we can also look at the mean values, okay, energy and environment, that is not significant, but we can establish correlation between environment and positive negative emotion while collecting more data and finding the trend that can establish correlation between these variables. Okay, so this is what exactly we used to extract, and we can take also from here and we can draw the diagrams, and all of you know it, how to read, how to report the species output files. And we have mean value, we have standard error, we have also lower bound, that is what we call low range and upper range. And 95% is the confidential rate or interval that we use to extract. And this is all about what we call descriptive statistics and inferential statistics. How you do inferences or conclusions while establishing the correlation between variables. Okay, that is what we used to do in the case of psychology. And I used to also work on cognitive neuroscience of language, emotion, and attention, where we used to also collect what we call the amplitude, okay, neural signature in terms of amplitude, in terms of microvolt. Then we used to also calculate it by using the same repeated measure ANOVA, where I used to establish the what exactly the data set is about and how this data set correlated to each other in terms of independent variables. So that is why we recently collected data in terms of emotion and action. Okay, all of you know every action has its what we call emotions. When you do some action, It has correlation with emotions. That is why positive action can enhance positive emotion and negative action can enhance negative emotions. But sometimes, okay, we need to identify how negative actions, okay, pulling the positive emotions. Okay, that means when you are in a positive mood, if action is negative, but our mood is positive, what will happen to us? Is that we are going to suppress the positive emotions that we have? But if it is suppressed, we need to quantify the level of suppressions. Okay, the level of inhibition, what we used to suppress it. Okay, that is what exactly we do when you come to cognitive neuroscience. Okay, but the statistics is same as it is when you are going for social psychology or behavioral psychology, or even if you are going to political psychology. So the almost statistical procedure, methods, and tools are same. Only the output, that is what we call dependent variables, will be different. In one case, we have, in case of social psychology and behavioral psychology, we used to collect response accuracy and response time. That is what exactly the behaviors. Okay, when you respond fast, that means you are retrieving from your memory easily. That is why you are responding fast. But when the response is slow, what does it mean? It means that you are retrieving the late. Okay. For example, if you are going to take a test on Mahabharata, you extract the information. It takes more time. Okay. It takes more time because you need to go to your episodic memory or you go to your permanent memory. Okay. And if you are going to extract information, okay, you are perceiving stimulus from the point of view politics, you can extract very fast because it is political domain. It depends on what is your habitual and usual thought about politics. So you are revealing the internal computational procedures of mind. So that is the way that it reveals. The accuracy is faster and accuracy is low. Or accuracy is faster, the accuracy is very high. So you need to establish. So that is what exactly the behavioral psychology is about. As I have mentioned, when you explain the things, we have to go outside the data. Explanation is not there in the data. Explanation is the story that we used to build by presenting our data. Data suggests something, but we can cook other way around. So that is why cultural psychology is very important when you are going to explain the things in terms of changing your behaviors. Okay, so that is what it means, the statistics for psychology. Both these, inferential statistics and descriptive statistics, are important. Descriptive statistics is about describing the phenomena, okay, but inferential statistics always help us to establish correlation between independent variables in terms of associations. Sometimes we call also associative statistics. Okay, so I can stop here. Thank you so much. Is there any questions? Then I can address it.
There are no questions in the chat box, sir.
Just 1 minute. I will go. Okay. So, that is, I can see, explain, no question is there.
Yes, sir. No further questions.
Okay, no further questions. Okay, so, any question, Mahindra sir?
No, sir.
Did he explain it? Hello?
No, sir.
Okay, so no question from students. Yes, okay, then fine. So I will give also my email address if someone can post the questions after my talk.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rai. It was a
Thank
very good presentation, and you explained each and everything, descriptive statistics and inferential statistics very well. Thank you so very much for joining us and being here with us. Thank you so much.
Okay, yeah, thank you, madams, and thank you, Mahendra sir. Actually, I'm not the person to speak on statistics, but I have only practical knowledge. I don't have theoretical
But
knowledge to
you,
explain it.
You
Uh,
correlated very well, and the way you explained the normal probability curve and distribution of scores, that is very excellent for the students. So
yes,
thank you so very much.
thank you, madam, so much.
And sir,
And for
basically the students is asking your PPT. Most of the students they require.
this one is available. I will also give very
Yes.
important things for student is that the book which I have mentioned here.
Yeah.
And this book actually my professor gave me 5 years back. Okay, and this book is the best book for psychological statistics, explaining psychological statistics by Barry H. Cohen. It is in New York University, and John Williamson, what we call press, and it's the best book. And this book is what we call handbook for psychologists to carry to their lab. And very good
Even
book.
Garrett's book is also very good for the students to begin with.
Yes, yes.
Statistics.
And there is also some practical textbook available, how to operate, how to compute the data in SPSS. Okay,
Yes.
and that book also very good. I think if they can go for it, and I think something they can learn it. And what happens actually for me, I practice it only. I compute it, but theoretically explaining the equation and establishing what exactly the data set is suggesting is really difficult for me because I'm not theoretically very sound on statistics. Only statistician can go, but from the psychology point of view, what exactly requirement that I know. That is what exactly I have
Application part.
explained it. Yes, application part. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, madam. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you very
Thank you,
much.
Mahendra sir.
Thank you.
Okay, okay then. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, sir. I can leave now. Thank you.
Yes, please.
And if students can take another one book also, the discoveries of SPSS.
Yes,
And,
SPSS,
all
yes.
that, yes. And different
Yes.
books.
I will share also the slides,
And
and it is
this
very
box is
important.
also open access. It's available in Google also, sir.
Yes, yes, yes,
You can
yes.
also
Open,
like
sir.
take.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, then. Thank you so much.
I've mentioned the names in the chat box.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, dear participants, we move on to the next session. We have the resource person with us for the next session, Mr. Sanit Thomas. Mr. Sanit Thomas is currently working as an assistant professor at Yenapur University, Bengaluru, India. He has worked in various educational institutions. I'm sorry, just. Am I audible now?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. There was a technical glitch. Is my voice echoing?
No.
Yes, so as I was saying, he's currently working as an assistant professor at Yenagoya Deemed to be University, Bengaluru, India. He has worked in various educational institutions previously, including Amity University, Chhattisgarh. He has published 60 plus research papers, some of which are in Scopus and Web of Science Index journals as well. He has delivered 20 plus invited talks, presented 25 plus papers in international and national conferences, published 7 books and 5 book chapters. He is also the editorial board member, reviewer of various Scopus High Index journal impact journals. He has various achievements to his credits, some of which are that he has been conferred the license to run the title, the scientific member of International Center for Clinical Psychology and Psychotherapy, Germany, received India Book of Records titled Maximum Research Papers on Psychology, published by an individual in a year, was selected to the list of Grand Masters by the Asian Book of Records for the contribution of the field of scientific papers. He has received psychiatric research training from University of Pittsburgh and ICMR. I would now like to invite Sir to take the session on statistical analysis and citation generators, use software for descriptive statistics, inferential statistics, and data visualization, guidelines on how to correctly write references, online tools that help format references. Sir, please.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. Am I audible? Am I audible, ma'am?
You're audible, sir.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much. And before starting my presentation, I would like to share my sincere gratitude to Professor Promila Singh, ma'am. And now the department is running very smoothly, and I got to know from the students that the department is now flying high. So I'm very glad to say that thank you so much for inviting me again there. I'm also part of Amity. And also, I'm thankful to my friend Mahendra sir, and also I'm thankful to the organizing committee members, Prem sir, Anita ma'am, Jennifer ma'am, Sirat ma'am, and Manju Bhattacharya ma'am. And also, I can see my students' names in the list. And once again, thank you so much. And without much introduction, I will start from my
Thank you very
presentation.
much for your kind words. And I heard a lot of things about you. So when you were here,
Yes, ma'am.
so thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so
Please
much.
continue with your
Okay.
presentation. Thank you.
Okay. So the topic today we have selected for statistical analysis, citation generations, especially we will discuss about the software and tools. And there is a famous quotes recently the AI has taken all the research, and especially when we discuss about research and all, AI has played a vital role in that. So that's the reason usually wherever I take the class, I usually mention this quote. If you are not ready to update yourself, you will become outdated. Similarly, if we are using Android phone or iPhone, wherever it is, frequently we have to update the applications. Similarly, if you are a researcher, you have to update yourself with based on the current trends and technology. And there is a famous person, Marie Curie, who happened to be a famous scientist. One of the famous quotes. It is talks about nothing in life is to be feared. It is only to be understood. Now is the time to understand more so that we may fear less. So the main idea behind this particular topic is we have to study more. We have to update ourselves. Then only we can achieve something. So focus your work, forget the result, it will happen. So, first of all, if you look into the content of this topic, there are two parts which I have included in this presentation. One is statistical analysis. Especially, we will talk about the softwares. And the second one is citation generators. And there we will talk about the tools. So when we look into the data analysis, we all are aware about that. Data analysis, in simple words, we can say that it is extracting the data from the text or from the like an event or info from an event or phenomenon or whatever it could be, collecting the data and analyzing it. So we are making it into meaningful thoughts. So this is all about the data analysis. So there are some key steps in data analysis. I think you all heard about all these things since the starting of this presentation. The key steps in data analysis are the data collection, data cleaning, data transformation. Data collection is nothing but gathering information from the participants or from the databases or from the external data providers. And data cleaning is you are ensuring the quality of the data. And the third one is data transformation. Data transformation means converting your data into a suitable format for the analysis. And the next one is data visualization. Data visualization, after arranging all the data, we can use different plots, charts, and other visualization technique. And then we can present our data and we can visualize it. And then the next step is statistical analysis. You can apply different statistical methodologies and techniques for testing the hypothesis. And finally, we can make inferences based on the output. So these are the key steps involved in data analysis. So, and finally, we will communicate it with the scientific community, especially we will publish it, maybe we will publish it or we will present in the conference. And so there are different types of data analysis. Descriptive analysis are there. Descriptive analysis, the researchers says that descriptive analysis is examining the historical data to understand what happened, what exactly happened. And also in when it comes to psychology, descriptive analysis, analyzing the basic thing, especially the raw data frequencies, mean, median, and also the range. So all these things we will we can analyze, and these things comes under the descriptive analysis. Then the second one is diagnostic analysis. Diagnostics analysis means analyzing the data to identify why something happened. So here what we will do, we will try to find out the causal factors behind a particular problem. Then the next one is predictive analysis. Predictive analysis means using statistical models and machine learning algorithm to forecast what may happen in the future. Say, for example, when COVID-19 came to India, based on the available data, we have predicted that in the next week or in the next month, this much, the cases may emerge, or this much cases will incarnate. So this is all about the predictive analysis. You are trying to predict. Then the fourth one is prescriptive analysis. Prescriptive analysis means providing recommendations on what action to take based on the analysis. Say, after the data analysis, we can provide some insights, and also we can prescribe some risk recommendation, what suppose we have to do or what we can do from the based on the output. Then the next one is these are the main types of data analysis. And when we look into the data analysis techniques, there are multiple data analysis techniques. Only few I have mentioned over here. Regression analysis. Regression, basically, we like modeling the relationship between the variables. Then cluster analysis. Cluster analysis means grouping similar data points into clusters. Then decision trees. Decision trees are nothing but the pictorial representation or the creating tree-like models to classify our data. Then time series analysis, if we are having different data we have collected based on the time points, we can analyze those data and those analysis. So that analysis is considered as the time series analysis. Then the text analysis. Text analysis means extracting insight from unstructured text data, see, for example, the systematic review, and see the analysis, especially the review analysis, all such things comes under the text analysis. So, see, these are the basic, analysis techniques, or the types of analysis comes under research methodology. If we specifically talk about statistical analysis, there are, basically, we have to see the two types of analysis. One is descriptive statistics, and another one is inferential statistics. In the previous section, sir has given a wonderful lecture on the descriptive analysis and inferential analysis. I think you all are aware about the descriptive and inferential analysis. So descriptive analysis, say for example, the measures of central tendency, mean, median, mode, and all, then measures of dispersion such as range, variance, standard deviation, then frequency distribution, like such as histogram, frequency tables, then the graphical representation such as OG, box plot, bar chart, pie chart, all such things comes under the descriptive statistics. If when we look into the inferential statistics, what we will do here, we will collect, see, based on what we will do, we will analyze the data and we will make the inferences. We will, come up with the conclusions, how it is impacting, how it is affecting, or how it is influencing, what are the relationships, what are the predictors. So all such things we will, analyze here in under the inferential statistics. Say for example, set test, F test, t test, different types of ANOVA, MANOVA, and COVA, and non-parametric tests such as Wilcoxon-Tice test, Mann-Whitney U test, Kruskal-Wallis test, then different types of regression such as linear regression, nominal regression, multiple regression, logistic regression, ordinal regression. So all these things comes under the inferential statistics. So this is the basic theoretical parts comes under especially when we talk about the statistical analysis. So these are the main theoretical things. So first of all, what exactly the data analysis means, we should aware about that, what exactly it intend, or why we have to do the data analysis. So in, I think if you look into the old age, especially in 90s, 80s, and all, the people, those who have done research during the time, especially the PhD, so the data is very limited. They have to go to different universities, and they have to visit different, many libraries, collect the information, then note it down, all those things. And based on that, they have done their, research, especially the PhD and all. So now it is very easy. You have lot of resources, you have lot of, technical support, you will get it from the environment. And if you learn all those things, your research will be easy. But the basic idea is you should aware about the basic techniques, the principles, theories, and the methodological parts related with the research. So when we use the tools for research, especially the data analysis, there are three important factors you must aware. One is we can use the tools for collecting data, then measuring or assessment we can use, then for recording purpose also we can use the different tools. So these are the main purpose of tools. So there are multiple tools or software available for data analysis. You can have a look on here. IBM's SPSS is very famous, very popular statistical analysis software. Then Jamovi also one of the statistical analysis software. JASP, then RStudio, Stata, and MATLAB. And Excel, in Excel also we can do the statistical analysis. SQL is there, Python is there, and Tableau is there. So these are the different tools and software which will be helpful for the data analysis. So here SPSS is very common. So among these software, I'm familiar with the IBM SPSS, JASP, Jamovi, and R is R and MATLAB. I'm just it is little bit difficulty. We have to learn different coding analysis and all. And for easy usage, the PSS and JABs are very useful. So I will show you some data here. You can have a look on the screen. So here I have conducted a study. So this is the, can you hear me, sir? Yes, yes. Okay. So this is one of the studies. This is a very small study. I think UG students can also understand. The study talks about the normophobia and self-efficacy among medical students. Normophobia means no mobile phobia. It's a phobia related with the mobile phone usage. So here we have a set of data, 60 data we have. So you can see the normophobia scores here and self-efficacy scores here. And also we have a gender here and year of study. So this data we have taken from the medical students, MBBS students. So suppose if you want to do the descriptive statistics, say for example, the mean value, median value. So if you want to find out the mean value of this data, what we have to do with the help of SPSS, you can analyze the data. Say for example, if you click on analyze, you can see the descriptive statistics. Click on descriptives, then this is the dependent variable normophobia, then self-efficacy, then options are here. Click on median. If you want to find out the mean value, click on mean. Then if you want to find out the standard deviation, you can click on that. If you want to find out the normality such as kurtosis or skewness, you can tick these things, then click on continue, then click on OK. So you will get the data. So here you can see the nomophobia mean value, self-efficacy mean value, then skewness, kurtosis, standard deviation, all this information, you will get it here. Okay, this is very simple. And similarly, say for example, gender is here. If you want to find out the significant differences across gender based on male and female, suppose how many who has high level of nomophobia, whether males or females having a high level of nomophobia. If you want to find out the significant differences on nomophobia and self-efficacy among gender or among medical students across gender, what we can do, we can test the t-test. How we will test the t-test? Click on analyze, then compare means, independent sample t-test is here. So click on the test variables, self-efficacy and nomophobia. We have put it into under the test variable category. Click on gender. So here gender already we have defined. So group 1 and group 2. Click on continue, options, continue. Okay, so here you will get the data and the classification based on gender. So nomophobia male have scored 73 mean value, and when it comes to female 86, and this indicate that females has high level of nomophobia as per this data. Similarly, if we talk about the self-efficacy, males have high level of self-efficacy when compared to females because the males mean value is higher comparing to the females. Also, we can find out the significant difference here, significant two-tail, and this result shows that only in nomophobia there is only in self-efficacy we can see the significant difference. When it comes to nomophobia, there is no significant difference at all. So this is the way we can do the statistical analysis with the help of SPS. Similarly, JABS is here. So you can see this is the JABS software. This is freely available. This is an open source software. So if you click on here, say for example, how to find out the same uh, result, we can have a look on here. So I have stored the data in the SPSS data, SPV data. So first we have to import the data here. After importing, this is the uh, uh, the screen or the interfere of the interfere of the this uh, JAP software. So there it is very easy. You can see in the top, you can see all the options if you want to do the t-test, the same test. So we can apply the independent sample test, especially the classical test here. So if you click on it, so it will come here, like especially if you want to know about the differences, nomophobia and self-efficacy differences here. So we have to put this dependent variable in this section. Then if you want to find out the gender differences, put the gender under the grouping variable category. So it has given the p-value. You can see that's the same result we have received. We got it here also in the SPSS also, we got the same result. So here also you can see that the self-efficacy has only significant difference. So if you want to find out the descriptive statistics, click here. So you will get the descriptive statistics here. Mean value you can see here. I hope you can see this screen window. And if you want to check descriptive plots, click on here. The plot will come here. So this is something called a pictorial representation of the data. If you want to draw the bar plots will come here in the right side of the window. So this is very, very easy. So this is the way we can use this software. And see, it is very difficult to study one day or one section or two section. All this software, only the basic things I have, shown to you. And this is about the statistical tools or the software which we can useful for the the data analysis. Okay, hope you got it. So just a second. Okay, so this is all about, this is the way we can do the statistical analysis with the help of different software. So here we have seen SPSS and JASP. So apart from that, there are multiple softwares available for the data analysis purpose. Minitab is there, MaxStat is there, Wizard MMax is there, Exastat, NCSS, StatWing, ExcelStat, Stata, and these are the different statistical softwares for the statistical analysis. So the next one is citation generation. Citation generation or citation generators. So it's the programs that turn information about the source into a citation that the writer can use in a project. Say, for example, if you are conducting a research, see what you have to do. You have to, before making the problem or before finding out before identifying the research gap or before writing about the need for the study or the rationale of the study, you should need enough reviews in your hand. Reviews means the previous studies, some other people, especially the previous researchers, have done and published. So you see, you have to collect the literature from the data source and you have to arrange it in a proper way. And this process is called citation. So initially, like in the initial time, the people used to do manually the citations and all, citation, especially the references and text citation and all. But nowadays it is very easy. In one click, you can make the reference list and also you can do the text. You can also make the text citation, whatever format required. In psychology, we follow the APA format, that is the American Psychological Association format. But in other subject domain, they follow the MLA format, Vancouver style, different formatting. The strategies and are there. So in when it comes to psychology, we use the APA format. So reference making, there are two important things. Suppose if you are collecting information from a journal article or any textbook or wherever it is, you have to add these references under your references section or bibliography section. The first one is reference making. So here you can see, this is one of my recent study, the quality of life among tribal communities living in Western Ghats. If someone is referring this study, they have to mention this reference. They have to cite this article. If they are citing in APA format, it should be like that. So that is the first reference. This is called referencing, adding the citation under the reference category. Second one is text citations. Text citation means, so wherever you add the content which are related or which you have taken from this particular article, in APA format, you have to mention the text citation. The text citation also you can see here. This is the text citation in the format of APA. So these are the two important things. Citation, when it comes to the citation generation, reference making and text citations are very, very important. There are multiple tools available for citation generation. Here you can have a look on. If you search the citation generation in Google, you will get a number of tools available for the citation generation. So usually I use the Scribr. Scribr is a very, Scribr is a free tool available for text, available for citation generation. If you click here, you can see a window. So what you can do, uh, wait for a second. It is coming. So you will get a window. Here, what you have to do, in that window, you have to add, you have to put the DOI number of the article. In every article, you can see nowadays the DOI number, digital object identifier number. So once the window comes, you can put here the DOI number or the website link or the web page, whatever it is, whatever informations are available based on that you can put here. Here I have added, here I have pasted the DOI number of my article. If you click here, it will generate, it's already generated. You can see that. So you can see that it will generate the this reference. So what you can do, wait a moment, just connect. Okay, so it is generated. You can click on copy to clipboard and you can paste somewhere like if in the Word. Okay, it is very easy. Okay, so this is the way we can use the citation tools. Here also you can see the text citations also available. Click on here, copy to clipboard. You can paste it here in the zip. So this is the way you can generate the citation, or else after adding all these things, you can export it into the Word. That option also here. So this is the way the citation software, citation tools works. Okay, so Scribr is the same way. Scribr, Quillbolt, Citation Machine, Grammarly, MyLib, Cite This For Me. All these are the citation tools, citation generator tool. All these tools works like that. I hope you got it. Similarly, there are some software for reference management. Among these are the different softwares, RefDB, Mentaley, Papers Online, Citavi, then EndNote, Bibsonomy, BibDes, Visfolio, BibMe. So these are the different softwares for the reference management. So here I will show you the Zotero. Basically, I use the Zotero. Here you can store all the data. Say, for example, this is my PhD, not this one. This is one of my article recently. Just a second. So this is one of the article I am currently making. So this is about the quality of life of tribal people living in Anathod. Anathod is a place where the tribal people are living in Kerala, especially in like this is a place in Kerala. So whatever studies related with the quality of life I have added here. Okay, you can see here. So how we can add the studies here? So you can create you will get an option to create the folder over here. And apart from that, just a second. Apart from that, you can see one option here. Uh, one magical stick is here, that symbol. If you click here, here you can put the uh, DOI number or ISBN number. Okay, so suppose if you are having the previous ISBN number, no, previous DOI number, you can put the DOI number, copy the DOI number, then come back to Zotero, then click here, paste the DOI number, enter. So see, it is added. So it is added here. You can see the details and along with the abstract also you can see here. So if you want to make like if you want to create the bibliography or the reference from this, click on here, create bibliography. Then there are different options are there. So I click on the citation style, whatever style you require. APA style is there. Click on here. Then citation, if you need the citation, click on here. Or if you need the bibliography, that is reference, click bibliography, copy to clipboard. Okay. So then come back to the word, click, okay, done. So it generated the references. Okay, so Zotero also is a free software. You can download it. So whenever your project work comes, you can use this Zotero software also. It is very easy to handle. So these are the different tools for reference management. Okay. So I think I hope you got an idea about the tools, especially for data analysis, or also for the tools for citation generation. And next, I will talk about AI tool for research. Okay, suppose if you are planning to do a research, you have no idea. There are a lot of AI tools are available. I'm going to discuss about 6 tools which will be helpful for finding out your research, and also for after finding out the research it is easy to get the literature, and especially for doing systematic review you can use this software. And if you have lack of time and if you don't know what exactly this article means, behalf for you, the tools will read your article, whatever articles you have downloaded, and that will read your article. And if you have problem with the writing, the AI will write your article. And if you don't know how to write also, there are some tools are available that will write your article. And if you are unaware, if you have no idea about how the review of literatures are scattered or related with your study, you can use these tools. So nowadays the research is very easy, but whatever it is, you should know the knowledge. Then only you can use all these softwares. The first one we will talk about consensus. So consensus use usually for idea generation. So here you can see, just a second. I hope you can see the screen. Okay, consensus is a tool. It is basically for idea generation. Say, for example, if you have an idea, how psychology, how can positive psychology help entrepreneurs? This is our question. Okay, so it will give the answer. See, there are, whatever studies happened on this particular topic, especially the positive psychology and entrepreneurs, it will give the result. So these are the articles. These are the studies which happened on this particular topic. So you can go through each articles. You will get an idea of your topic, and also from each articles you will get different insight, and it will redirect to the different citations also. You will get complete PDF, and also you will get the details, especially the abstract, and also the key takeaways. What are the takeaways? What are the outputs? We can take it from these articles, and references also you can see here. So this is the way the consensus will work. So you can use this AI tool if you have less idea, or if you have very limited information about the study which you are planning to do or which you are intending to do. Okay, so this is the first tools, consensus. Second one is elicit. Elicit is basically for doing the systematic review. So what is metacognition? What are the components? So elicit will give an idea. So my internet connection is unstable. It shows like that. So you can see the summary of this topic, understanding metacognition. So it gave me a summary of this topic. What is metacognition? Metacognition is the ability to reflect, and along with the citation. See, you can see the text citation here. So now it is very easy. So you can copy this, and also it has, whatever summary we have received, that is based on, they have taken from the 4 papers, 4 research articles. So those information also you will get it here. So in one click, you will get the summary. You can do the review of literature. So the elicit will help for that. Next one is Humata. Humata basically used for reading the article. Say, for example, if you downloaded many articles, okay, and for the presentation, or yes, for the presentation, or class seminar, or whatever it could be, but you are not getting any idea about that, because there are multiple terms, different terms are mentioned over there, but you are not getting any idea, and you have no time also. Tomorrow you have to submit. You have no time to read and no patience also. So that time the Humata will be helpful for that. So what you have to do, you just upload the article, you will get an idea. So here I'm going to upload one article. This is one of my article only. See, after uploading, so it will show the article, it will upload. It will take few seconds. Then after uploading, this tool will analyze your article. Then it will give the result in 15 to 16, 20 seconds. Within 20 seconds, you will get the idea. Then click on ask. So you will get the summary of this particular article, what the researcher has done. So you can see that the document is discuss various studies on face mask wearing behavior. So this is the study about face mask wearing behavior among college students, a small pilot study. There. So see, whatever summary you will get it with the help of this Humata. And also you can ask question if you want to know about the sample size. It will give the sample size. See, the sample size of the study was 11 participants consisting of 3 males and 8 females. Then if you want to know about the data analysis adopted for this particular study, but you have no patience to read the full article, and if you couldn't able to find out where it is mentioned, you just ask Humata. Humata will give this a result. See, the data analysis here used to this study is thematic content analysis, and this Humata will highlight where the authors has mentioned all these things. You can see in highlighted part. So here the author has mentioned about the data analysis techniques used for this particular study. So this is one of the like a contribution from AI. This will read the articles Humata. Okay. The next one is Jenny. Jenny. Next one is Jenny. Jenny, say for example, you have an idea about research, but your capacity, like your writing skills, you are thinking that it is very limited, and you have no that much skill. You are in not that much level to write the things, and you don't know how to write the scientific articles. So the Jenny will be helpful for writing the article, especially the scientific article. Say for example, here also you can ask some questions. How assertiveness among psychologists? So when we type the questions, it will give the auto suggestions. So if you start writing, so it will give you the suggestions. See, the examination of assertiveness among psychologists is crucial topic that merits in-depth analysis. Okay, accept that. The second one is, it will suggest some of the important things. The psychologists as professionals who are entrusted with the responsibility of providing mental health services must demonstrate a strong sense of assertiveness in order to effectively advocate for their clients and uphold ethical standards within the field. So what a beautiful sentences the Jenny has written. So this is the way the Jenny will be helpful for writing the article. Okay. The next one is SciSpace. SciSpace also helpful for read the article and also helpful for review of literature. Say for example, how does the climate change impact diversity? If I ask this question, uh, it will give answers. See, along with the text citation, along with the references, you can copy this, you can export it into a Word file, and you can analyze the data, and you can take the insights from this analysis, and also you can check whether this is relevant to my topic. So the SciSpace will be helpful for this way. Okay, SciSpace will help to read the article and also for the review of literature. The next one is Litmaps. Litmaps is will be helpful for tracking the literatures or the tracking the citation, especially in an article, how many citations are there. And this is also helpful for finding out the the year gap, also year gap, or especially the research gap. So say for example, here also with the help of DOI number, you can add the articles here in the Litmaps. So Litmap will give an idea about how this article, how the study is scientifically rigor. So if you click on this, you just a second, you will get an idea how this explore on new Litmap. If you click on here, so you will get an idea how many articles this author has, or how many textbook they have referred for this particular study. So along with the text citation, that is the author name and year, you will get the data. See, how beautifully it has made. So in one article, you will get this much of information. So if you are saying that you don't have enough data, review of literature is very limited, so not able to find out the review of literature, whatever study I have proposed, I'm not getting information. So if you, at least if you are getting one study, from that study you will get this much of citation. Okay, so no need to worry about you are having like you are only getting few literatures, only getting one article which are related to your study. Okay, so this is the way the LitMap will work. So these are the different AI tools currently in trending. You can use these tools and you can make your research in a perfect and a systematic and scientific way. Okay, so that's it. And when we talk about research, research is to see what everybody else has seen and to think what nobody else has thought. So with this quote, I think around 12 o'clock reach. So I am signing out. So thank you so much once again for active participation. And once again, I'm thanking to Aibas and my friend Mahendra sir for inviting me. And I can see the students over there, background of Mahendra sir. And thank you so much. Thank you, sir. And if you have any question, any queries, any doubts, you can ask.
So there's a question in the chat box. Can we import information from Mendeley to Excel?
Yes, 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 yes. Yes, you can import. Ma'am, you are muted. Just a second.
Yes, am I audible now?
Yes, yes. Actually, the Mendeley is not installed in my system. Otherwise, I would have shown that.
How to
Yes,
information from Mendeley to Excel?
yes, yes, yes.
Okay, sir. Maybe we can leave that for another session with you.
Yes, yes.
There's another message in the chat box. Both of today's sessions were wonderful. Thank you so much for making statistics so easy to understand. I was previously afraid of. Sir, I believe there are a lot of thank you messages that are coming. I think there is, yeah, there are all these thank you messages for you, sir.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
I'm
Thank
just
you.
going through once just to check if there is any question in between. The back side, I'll keep my back down. Okay, so yes, sir. They're all feedback messages. Thanking you very much for making their life and research very easier. I would also like to thank you because I'm also pursuing PhD. So I'm pretty sure this will help me as well. And yes, I think there's an interesting question. Sir, how did you manage to do many articles in a year? I'm pretty
So
sure
that
it's not just a question in one person's mind.
so that happened during the COVID time, actually.
Sorry, sir, could you
That
repeat?
that happened during the COVID time, 2020 and 21.
So maybe we can say that you made constructive use of the time.
Yes, yes, yes.
Thank you so much, sir. That really should be inspiring our students as well.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Thanks a lot. It was a very, very informative session. Indeed, very helpful to the research scholars who are attending this workshop, as well as for our students who are in their undergraduate and postgraduate, who will now be learning how to take baby steps in the field of research. So thank you so much for a wonderful session, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Yes,
Thank you, sir.
sir would like to say something.
Uh, Thank you so much for your nice presentation, Sanitha. And basically, students wants to be congratulate you for your PhD journey. This you are submitted and you are finishing. And for your many because our final year students is going for the dissertation. So your your presentations including the AI definitely they will help to make like more effective dissertations and the researches.
Yes, yes.
And thank you. Thank you so much for your nice presentations and for your kind presentations
Okay, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the beautiful smiling faces also. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
With this, we come to the end of day 4, session 8. Dear participants, we shall meet tomorrow for the 5th and the last day of the workshop. See you tomorrow. Have a nice day ahead.
Thank you, madam.
Ma'am, can I close the link now? Hello, ma'am.